Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Las Vegas Casino podcast. I thought I would bring this one back here with a little variation of sorts where I feature the top 5 news articles that I found most interesting when looking at the latest stuff for Las Vegas this week. So I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, see how it plays out, maybe add some more videos here and there. No particular order, by the way, too. So without further ado, number 1 is associated with a casino slash hotel that I visited a couple years back. It's the Tuscany Suites and Casino, which is located at 255 East Flamingo Road. This was the location that I went to when I went on a ghost hunt. This ghost hunt had a pickup point within the casino. It was pretty neat because you basically went there and then you waited towards a certain area, and then that's where the host came out, and then they were able to round everyone up and then go into a van over to the various ghost hunting sites. That's where I met Randy, who you've actually seen in some of my past videos as well. So lots of good history associated with the Tuscany Suites and Casino. Well, it turns out that they're having there at the casino a bunch of activities that are associated with Halloween. For starters, it looks like they're going to have a pumpkin patch over there in the side parking lot of the location from October 25th to October 27th. The entry is free and it's from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then on top of that, they're going to have a little animal petting zoo that's going to be located there also within an area, I believe in the parking lot area, and it's going to be from noon until 5, and then they'll have pumpkin and cookie decorations happening as well. And then on top of that, they're going to have some vendors out there too. I believe probably some food vendors as well. And then you'll be able to enjoy a good time there. So a good location. I highly recommend, if you're in Las Vegas, to go visit the Tuscany Suites and Casino. It's a little bit of a distance away from the strip, not too far. Like if I had to guess, you're walking maybe about 5 to 10 minutes away from the strip, but it's easy to get to, easy to get out. You could easily walk, or you could take an Uber Lyft if you wanted to, and then you'll be able to experience it. They're very, very intimate there as well too. Very homely. So you're going to have a lot of casino slot machines to play there, but at the same time, it's away from the strip and it's a lot more quieter, a lot more intimate again. And now the next set of news comes from the state of Nevada, and it's associated with their state treasurer's office. It looks like they'll be holding their annual unclaimed property auction next month. In fact, it looks like it'll happen specifically on Tuesday, November the 12th. So those of you that are there in Nevada, and you wanted to be able to obtain unclaimed property, maybe while you still have a chance, then if it's yours, you can go there or start that process beforehand to make sure that you don't have it basically going off to auction. But otherwise, the rest of the items there will absolutely go to the auction. They include jewelry, coins, watches, silver bars, and so on. And so any of these physical assets that are held by the state, they have to be held at this annual auction. And then on top of that, they'll be able to use this, I guess, towards applying towards other set of funds. So once an annual occurrence, so you'll be able to go there at least and see what happens there. I've never been to an unclaimed property auction, but I imagine that it's a who's who of things that are there, stuff that you have no idea beforehand, but then afterwards you're probably thinking, I need to get that, I need to get that, and so on. Maybe you might find something for a really, really good deal too, especially if, again, it's an auction and it happens to sell at a really low price. So check it out when you have a chance. Those of you that are there in Nevada, you'll be able to, there in Las Vegas specifically, you'll be able to enjoy that particular date. Next set of news actually comes from a place that I've stayed nearby it. It's the same area, but altogether it's still a little bit different from it. What I mean is this: the Mandalay Bay campus. I've stayed at the Mandalay Bay a couple of years back. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful hotel. It's the furthest one whenever you have the Excalibur and the Luxor and the Mandalay Bay all linked together. Well, I've stayed on all 3 of them, but I was able to stay at least once on the Mandalay Bay a couple of years back. Really, really good experience. I liked it there. Haven't had a chance to enjoy it yet, but this bit of news is related, yet again, but this bit of news is related to one of its sister hotels. Apparently, the Delano Las Vegas which is right nearby it, and what you're looking at a picture of here, a picture that I took actually when I was taking a tour, my own little self-walking tour around the area there. And it turns out that this Delano Las Vegas is going to actually become part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. So it looks like MGM Resorts International and Marriott International Inc. are going to convert the Delano into that specific portfolio. This is supposed to happen sometime later in 2024, and there's going to be future plans with that property along with this conversion, probably expansion or remodeling or something along those lines. So it'll be interesting what happens afterward. Maybe if those of you that have stayed at the Delano, if you know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the experience there, this will be a good chance for you to check it out again, maybe see what happens after this conversion. Or if you haven't stayed there, maybe it'll be a good chance to experience it the very, very first time. It looks exactly the same to me on the outside as it does to Mandalay Bay. I don't know why they're two different types of hotels. Somebody might need to clarify that with me if you know more information in the comments below. But either way, though, those of you that are part of the Marriott memberships, I'm sure this is going to be exciting news for you. I'm not. I'm more of a Hilton person. I stay, if it's anywhere outside of Vegas or Nevada, I stay pretty much in Hiltons. That's the property that I love and enjoy basically staying, and I love looking out for those particular brands of hotels whenever I travel anywhere. But Marriott definitely has its own set of fans. So if you're one of those, this will be a good chance for you to experience that later on. Next bit of news happens to do with this. It's associated with a conversion with Midtown Las Vegas. You will always experience big changes, constant changes when it comes to Las Vegas. That is definitely something that I marveled at. Even when I started going to Las Vegas 10 years ago, and to this day, like, it's almost a completely different city. There's always something being added, something being changed, such as the case here. The Las Vegas Arts District is going to announce a newest portion of it, something coming soon, and it's associated with the area called Midtown. This will be a quote-unquote cutting-edge development, blending eco-luxury design with urban convenience. And this is, again, going to be right there within that downtown area. There's going to be an open house associated with it as well. It's going to be on Friday, October 25th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then this will be open there to the public. You're looking at a representation of it here. So this area that's associated with Las Vegas Arts Districts, I've walked by it before. Interestingly enough, it was featured on one of my favorite shows ever. I don't know if you've ever seen Operation Repo, but in one of the episodes, they were doing a repossession of a vehicle there while they were there in Las Vegas, and they happened to have that repossession done in the Las Vegas Arts District. It's actually pretty close, I would say like a mile away or so or less from the Zach Baggins Haunted Museum too. So if you happen to go to the museum, take a little bit more of a turn towards the left, and then that's when the Las Vegas Arts District is at. If you happen to be in downtown Las Vegas, it's a little bit more of a walk. Basically, again, if you're going from downtown to the Zach Baggins Haunted Museum, you're right there towards the Las Vegas Arts District. So if you wanted to be able to go there as well, you can do so easily within walking distance from the downtown location. But it's definitely another area that is experiencing a much bigger growth. Lots of new businesses are opening up, as you saw through here, and lots of people are moving around that area. It's definitely going through a transformation, nothing like it was before in terms of the location there. So great stuff. And then the last bit of news, this one again, not really a surprise to anyone experiencing Las Vegas within the past couple of years, like 2 or 3 years. It's the idea that the volume of tourists, the volume of people there is almost back to pre-blank level. I can't say that word, but it starts with a C, C-O-V, and then the rest of it, just because of YouTube policies. But what it's saying is that the number of tourists, the actual millions, is almost back to that level. In fact, in 2019, about 42.5 million people had visited Las Vegas. They had that huge population there. Obviously, lots of tourists going there for the shows, for the gambling, for the food, etc. And then when COVID happened, then that plummeted everything, according to some figures, to more than half, 19 million, in fact, in 2020. And then, of course, it only cratered after that. So it took a couple of years, but in 2023, last year, the tourism picked up to 41 million. And then in 2024, this year, it is now almost back to that 42.5 million that happened in 2019. It shows how resilient Las Vegas truly is. The idea that in just a few short years after a global pandemic such as that can cause this type of return is absolutely amazing. I can definitely attest to that because after the pandemic happened and after the COVID happened and things started to open up, I was there in Las Vegas, I would say about a year later, and it was far less people there, far less than I've seen in a long, like ever when it comes to the world of Las Vegas. And a lot of shows were not open, a lot of restaurants were not open, and if things were open, it was very limited hours. It was very unique. It was experience where I was able to walk around far more than usual before because that was pretty much most what you could do. And now when it comes to this year, 2024, I would say it's back to 100%. You have restaurants open morning up until dead of night, if not 24 hours. And then you have shows, every single manner of show available, open as well. All the casinos, all the gambling, everything is there from before. So it was absolutely remarkable to witness this. I would say in just about 2 years' time, maybe 2.5, somewhere around there, since I started going back to Las Vegas. So I can definitely attest as far as this news article stating about the increase of tourism and coming back to the pre-pandemic levels. Anyone else there in Las Vegas that can state the same, then please post those comments below. All right, everyone, let me know what you guys and gals think about this. I'll be trying to do maybe 2 of these a week in terms of the top 5 news articles that I found most interesting in Las Vegas. Post those comments below. All right, everyone, thanks again as always. Take care.